It is a great weapon wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
I cannot remember the last time I heard the Ballad of the Endless Spring performed. Now there's a ditty worthy of a knee slap.
There you are. Keep starting to wonder if you'd show up. Honestly, so have I. Oh, come here, will you? It's been forever. You feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping and scrounging off the land, I take it. I'm not entirely sure I'd agree. In fact, I found a nice meadow not far from where I live now. Every now and again, I'll spend the night there. For old time's sake. I'm glad you seem well. Trudy. I found a little cottage. Abandoned, half ruined. There's a lot of such places to be found, thanks to the Absolute's armies. I've been making it my own. It's harder work than I'd expected, actually. I'll never take vegetables for granted after all the effort it's taken to grow a few, but still, it's mine. Well, mine and the lodger's. 4 dogs, 8 cats, 9 chickens, 6 pigeons, 4 sheep, a milk cow named Daphne, a squirrel who's far too clever for her own good, and a wolf cub I found orphaned in some woods. I've had to do far worse things with my hands. Trust me. This is no burden at all. I don't think I've ever slept more soundly than I have with my menagerie of beasts for company. Just don't tell Halsin that, or he'll want an invitation. Healing. Learning to live again. It's hard to think of all that was robbed from them, but they're intent on making every day count for double. My mother's mind still drifts every now and again, but she has more good days than not so good days. She taught me her recipe for apple and plum pie, and when I tasted it, I actually remembered it from when I was a little girl. Some things can't be taken from you, it seems. Father's making himself useful, helping me fix up the cottage and caring for the animals. You should see the amount I have now. He's been waiting years for this. Now he can't stop smiling. So Sorry, I'm rambling. Family life and pastry recipes probably aren't the most interesting topics for such a historic reunion. As am I. And no small bit surprised, also. Part of me is afraid I'll wake up from the dream and find myself back in the wilds, or worse, at the cloister. But no, it's real. Must I? You presume a great deal. I'm joking. Of course I want to know. Tell me all. I'm glad you two have each other. Hells, I'd be almost tempted to come along if you'd have me. Perhaps if your adventures ever lead you out of Avernus permanently. Hopefully, these meetups will become a regular occurrence. It's not that I miss the tadpoles, but at least it brought us together. Now we've got to make the extra effort ourselves. I'm sure we will, but let's be proactive about it all the same. We're more than capable. After all, we've faced down bigger threats than wrangling together a few social calendars. Oh, before you go, how does a red dress... They don't... Sorry. My father's got years of terrible jokes stocked up that he never got to tell me when I was younger, but lucky for him, I've never heard them. And seeming... I know. Go on.
Friend? Friend! You came! Big Brother Scratch, too! Happy. Yes, big! But Scratch is smart. Teaches me many things. Like Big Brother. Lots! Make friends with a turtle, a cat, a kraken. Kraken eats my cat friend, so I bite, kill. With shiny clothes, I am strong. Tired now. Want sleep, want cave. Nice lady. She gives...
A familiar sight. Scratch can't quite speak around the thing he has in his mouth.
I found this. It smelled like you, so I kept it. Seemed like something you might like to throw. Oh, I've been so good. I've got a nice home in the city now. A girl named Mindy says I'm her best friend. She's mine too. Also you and Albert. I've got so many best friends, I hardly know who to play with. I certainly have, and I always will. Forever, I think. And so will you. You know best, but a little...
Oh, shit. Oh, Commander Zula won't know where the fuck we went! wait to say... Rest up, soldier. My tin can will be all right for the night. And you and me will get to sleep with both eyes shut for the first time in 6 months. You don't need to ask, so... Here, here. Enjoy it, soldier. She's got a knight in her, I think. Any trouble and I'll... Oh, hey. Before you go, Zariel's probably got a load of Cambions guarding that forge. I'm sure she knows I'll want in. She'll do anything to stop me from... I might have an in with one of the guards, though.
There you are. I was hoping you'd make your way over.
Nice.
Breathe deep, Boo. To meet again where you're Oh, and for Happy also.
Yes. Honored, of course.
He is not a guest, but It is just this day that Happy learned of your
He dangled me from the high hall.
The guild should not go creeping in high place. It is well for Happy the strange portal appeared when it did. Minsk's arm was growing aexum. So I have. Though it is a piece made more from blade and boot than it is any sense of brotherhood. 9 fingers forbade any looting of the Illithid's fleshy vessels. And so Minsk guards what remains of the battle site. Even from her. But where Minsk might once have thrown any sneaking scoundrels from the tower top, now I tell them of you. How you ruled the wickedness within. How they might do the same.
Yes, yes, I'll rule it. I'll be better.
Oh, of course. It is still for Boo to decide if they live or die.
Oh gods.
But enough, my friend! I cannot tell your tale if I do not know the whole of it. Minsk and Boo would know where you have been, what you have done. Oh, Boo, do you know what it would mean? To find a cure for Karlak's heart? Exactly! Her heart would be cured! Fear not. We sleep in that sewer, not. Now, we'll Lae'zel of Kresh Killer, Astarion. We visit him much down in the dark places. Gale, the man who would be a god, but then thought better of it. Shadowheart, to Halsin, Archdruid of Arches, and there, once the guild. And finally, study them who never are.
But wait!
Go, my friend.
Kill for a glass of Ulava wine.
Well, now. You can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to. I'm glad the months have not been wasted. Particularly as I spent them cleaning up the mess we made of the city. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers. Same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon. Same cisterns overflowing. Huh. Baldurians simply get on with it. Stubbornness, civic spirit, plain stupidity. Perhaps all three, but nothing I will sniff at any longer. Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers. My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two, if they don't expel her. Again. There is still much to do. People to house. A Harper network to rebuild. I may have little love for this city, but so long as my family chooses to serve it, I can do no less. For all your travels, I hope you have arrived where you want to be. Home. Whatever that means to you. The same might be said for all of us, I'd wager. But so long as our paths have thrown us together, I say we make the most of it. Now, before this night grows any deeper, I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
Kill.
Ah, my dear friend, it's been an age, has it not? You're looking very well indeed. Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post. Oh, I wouldn't bother you with such things during a party. And anyway, I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form. You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think? Me? It's all Volo as far as I'm concerned. Perhaps, once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword? Or better yet, I'll write a draft and you could just sign your name. Better still, I'll sign it for you. Hmm? Ah, your success really has been wonderful for my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend. You've many friends to chat to, and I'd love to listen in.
You have managed to survive without me. A welcome surprise. So, here we are. A gathering of allies at a cold campsite with no servants to attend us and few luxuries to enjoy. Ah, we could have been conquerors. We could have ruled these realms as gods. Do you ever regret that we did not take control of the Netherbrain? True. But what better revenge could there be than enslaving the abomination that was the author of my torment? I shall not dwell on the past, though. The future is unwritten. and rich with possibilities. I feared that returning to the Underdark as an apostate of Lolth would be an act of madness. Perhaps it was. If so, it is a madness that fits me well. Rebels swarm to my cause, and even if it takes centuries, I will reclaim my house in Menzoberranzan. And make the Spider Queen bleed. I would no more allow a god to shape my destiny than I would a pigeon. You may observe my works if you lack sufficient occupations of your own, but do not interfere. Unless you wish to learn how fleeting divinity can be.
There you are.
Kill for a glass of Ulava wine.
Well, look who decided to turn up. I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. And look at you, straight from the hells, still reeking of brimstone. I take it you've been having fun. I'd expect nothing less from someone of your talents. You always brought a whiff of madness to the battlefield. I do miss it. Exactly what I feared. Without the protection of our little friends, I was just an ordinary spawn again, burning in the sun. I fled the dock and found refuge in the shadows until night fell. Part of me was relieved you left so quickly after the battle. I felt ashamed. Like I'd lost everything. But time led. It turns out no one actually cares about murder, as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good at it. Yes, but you say all sorts of things. Well, I do try to inspire a... I did at first. But then I realized. These shadows... I spent too long defined by what other people did to me. The choices other people made for me. This is who I am. In all my glory. That being said, I haven't completely given up on returning to the sun. But until... We've had quite the... From the moment I first threatened you, I will miss our time together.
Well, well. Professor Gale Decarius of Blackstaff Academy. Educator of the esteemed School of... She did not.
I surrendered the crown of Carsus to her, as I told you I would. Even now, of course, I haven't clarified with my students that the orb is no longer a threat. I spend most of my time trying to convince them how much fun the study of magic can be. But it'd be easier to crack a... Still. Oh, they try their best. And what of you? What are you making of this newfound lease of life we earned? Quiet is not always peace. I've told my students I'd be delighted to introduce you to my current cohort as a guest lecturer, perhaps. I'm sure that excellent. Of course, you'll be it will give us... So?
Not even close.
You would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company. Just as I hoped they would. It is one that can weather any distance, any passage of time. I know it can, for I feel the longing for old friends. And now, we have much to catch up on, in that the old masonry of Moonrise Towers and Rythwin have been repurposed into... It is, truly. We welcome folk from all walks of life. Anyone who... You are... Now, please, tell me all, and their appetite for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated. They have all but exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. You would ask to be tucked in next. But whatever the intrepid adventurer need, more than a few I should think, I am all ears. Though I never cared for that phrase. You have kept yourself busy. I shall be able to keep the children and... Now, it would be cruel of me to hoard you all to myself. Quite often. They ask after you often. What you did for them will... To make a child smile, I spend... As for roaming, that... On occasion, even Korga may yet find true balance, thanks to her... Yet, just... It truly is splendid to...
Not for it. For this.
Oh, rank. I'd take rat over this any day.
Looking for attention, Shaw.
Oh, right. You, yes. You helped Mr. Dacario. That doesn't. You ought to come visit myself and Gale. We'll send word. Ta-ta.
There's a storm coming.
And you can't stop me. Back to the shadows with you.
For 2 months, I trained the Knights of the Comet. For 2 more, I never imagined nothing but allies. I always... Seeing you brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head. It's nice. It's taken a dozen Gish's talents. Worth it, I'd say. I miss this place. Shractalor. I wouldn't expect you to. Our Gish sent word of the It's fallen to me to secure an alliance. Exactly the My blade is keen as ever. Sometimes. Minyara Gith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. And I am a warrior of the Comet. But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, I admit. Gith's son has been lost to the shadows. Perhaps one day, soon. I miss this place. Now go. I'll be back one day. The Overgod himself. So it has. And a fine man the hatchling will be. I call him Zan. Freedom. He is with the mages of Zamvardim. I trust his care to no one else. Zan's destiny will be his own to follow. Warrior, poet, explorer, scholar. His way will be the way of the comet. No chains to bind us, no lies to bury us. Liberty will be the rallying cry that unites our empire.
Reunited with friends amidst nature. What more could I want?
You don't like me enjoying myself, do you, Sha?
To your relief, your projection holds. It took a dozen Gish's talents. A few stolen. You can touch, taste, and the Giths arrive. Should the Giths...
What's the word on the rebellion? I presume you've cracked open more Kithraki heads than you could possibly count. Then I'm afraid since we last met, my corpse count remains. Rebuilding a city requires bargains must be made. Father leaves me to my own devices. Still, I'm not a devil of the first hell. I've missed you too. If I had to do it all over again, and I've had more than a few the people, the patron, still, there's no friction. Disbanded. I don't think, but Cordula and I am Will Ravengard. We will yet be four. Baldur's Gate is nothing without its city. The jewel of the coast will shine ever bright. We are built amazing. I'm sure the Silver Shield. Father's back in his element. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds. Bane's chosen primed the fist for a war, with a few exceptions. Father's he still valor is may they all take it to heart. Of course. Never. The hexes and eldritch blasts, losing them took getting used to. So I stoked a new one. Now the burning comes from within me, not from the depths of Avernus. Go on, the night all waste a single drop.
I expect there have been other reunions to which I was not.
This one night is like thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate. Until such time it requires saving again. How dost thou feel? I am... Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou didst... What indeed? The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready, for thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving. There thou art, the dead three. Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name.
Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou soughtst to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools, everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals, I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.